23-8. Well, next year will mark the 44th year of the George Bass Surfboat Marathon, the longest, toughest surfboat marathon in the world. And in all that time, can you believe it, there's never been a female skipper. That could all be about to change with the arrival of Raylene Simons. She's been working towards this for years. Raylene, good morning.
Good morning, Simon. How are you?
I'm very well, and this has been quite a journey for you, hasn't it? Something you've been working towards for, nearly 3 years?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Simon, I've been doing surf rowing for about 15 years, but the last 3 years I've moved into being the skipper of the boat, or the boat sweep, as they call it. And it's taken me a few years to kind of get the accreditation levels and get my skills up to the level that is required for this event. But this year we'll be taking on the George Bass, and we were surprised. We were very shocked when the organisers told us that we'd be the first crew to have a female skipper in 44 years. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that does seem unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, you were surprised, but Raylene, it does take quite a bit of effort and rigmarole to get the status of skipper, doesn't it? You there, Raylene? The phone lines aren't our best friends this morning. Raylene Simons. Look, I'm going to hang up, and Kate will try and get Raylene up on the line again. I want to hear more about the extraordinary effort it has taken her. She's one of 8 female rowers in her squad. They've been training hard and hoping to inspire other women as well. We're going to contact Raylene again now to get her on the line to tell us more about that. Her team is actually from Queensland. And Raylene, are you there?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry about that. Not quite sure what happened there.
No worries. I was just saying that, how many female skippers are there in Australia in this sport?
Last competition season we had 2 of us.
Wow.
So it's 1% of the total number of sweeps in Australia are female, and in New Zealand there's only been 1 competitive female sweep. So, but that's changing. It's really changing. We're seeing the last couple of years some more visible role models. There's been quite a number of women starting to stand up to the back and get along those accreditation levels. You've got 3 levels that you need to get through, and I know quite a few girls have just recently achieved their first level and are working towards that top level to be able to compete and sweep, which is amazing. It's so good to see.
You're already a bit of a pioneer in women's sport then, Raylene.
Look, it's one of those things. I loved the sport and I loved rowing, and as I kind of got towards the end of my career of rowing, and I was looking at, well, what do I do from here? It just made sense. I love everything about it. We're actually volunteer lifesavers as well, so we're on the beach doing life-saving stuff, and then got the sport on top of that. And I've enjoyed over the last few years of my rowing career mentoring and developing people and coaching, and I also coach in rugby union as well, so I do a bit of coaching anyway, and so it was kind of a natural step for me to go into that. But yeah, it was surprising when I started to get into it, the fact that there's no one else doing it. And I'm like, why is that? Let's get in this. Let's make this happen. So it's been good.
Yeah, and what do the other crews make of you? Because your whole crew is female, is that right?
That's right. So I've got a female crew, and I do have a couple of male crews in training just for the local kind of competition season up here in Queensland as well. So that'll kick off in the next couple of months. But yeah.
And so you're from Queensland, Raylene, with Team Black Swans. Tell us about your team.
That's right. So Team Black Swans, they are really just a bunch of ordinary women. Most of them have been rowing, surf rowing for a period of time. I think the youngest in our crew has been rowing for maybe 4 years. She's 19, nearly 20. Some of the girls have been rowing upwards of 10 years. So there's a real mix of experience and age within our group, so really diverse, which is great. And we actually compete for Maroochydore Surf Lifesaving Club up here in Queensland, and that's where the Black Swans comes from. So it's kind of the animal that is our mascot, I guess, for the club. So we've picked up and run with that.
And what did the crew tell you? What were their reactions when you said, "Hey, let's take on the toughest surfboat marathon in the world"?
Yeah, it's really funny. It's a bucket list event that a lot of people want to do, but because of the logistics and the planning and the amount of preparation that goes into going to do this event, it's not something that most people get the opportunity to do. So there's only a small number of people within the surf rowing, kind of sport that have actually gone and done this event. And that makes it pretty exciting for people. So a lot of the girls are looking at this event going, where they've been wanting to do it for years and years and years, haven't had the opportunity, so they're excited about it. I do have one lady in our crew who has done the Bass twice before. This will be her third attempt at it, or third effort at it, which is incredible. The last one that she did, the weather was atrocious for them the whole time, so she's like, hopefully it's got to be better than that.
Raylene, if you're going to be the first female sweep to take on the George Bass, that means it's going to be the first all-female crew too.
That's correct. That's right. So women started competing the Bass in the late 90s, so not that long ago, 20 years. And initially they were only allowed to do every second day. They weren't allowed to do the full 7 days. They were considered a bit too delicate for that. But obviously they've changed the mindset over the years, and now they do the full 190-kilometre 7-day event. So female crews have been taking that on over the years, but always with the male skipper, always with the guy up the back of the boat, kind of keeping track. Because the skipper's job is really it's not just about steering the boat. You're also plotting the course and reading the ocean and managing all of the logistics of your coastal navigation as you move down the coast. Because we go from Bateman's Bay all the way down to Eden over the course of 7 days. And you move through past the headlands and all that sort of stuff. So you do need to have an understanding of, your coastal currents and what the wind and tide's doing and how that's going to impact on the boat. And because it's an open boat, so you get a rogue wave or you get yourself in the wrong place, you can end up all in the water having a swim.
Yeah, terrifying, Raylene. Are you hoping to smash some stereotypes?
Oh, look, yeah, absolutely. I think it's really great to be able to be, that first, to be able to have that role model for people to see that this is possible. Like, I'm just an ordinary person. There's nothing particularly special about me except that I've gone, I want to do this and I'm going to do this. And so I just kept working at it. And that's the message, I guess, that we really stand behind, and the girls do as well, is very much whatever it is that you want to do, you can achieve. You have to keep persisting with it,
Well, it's a great attitude, and what a great thing to be taking on as well, Raylene. Thank you very much for telling us about it, and well done on being first, smashing those stereotypes.
Thanks so much, Simon. It was wonderful to talk to you.
You too. Raylene Simons there from Team Black Swans. She's the skipper and will be the first female sweep for the George Bass Marathon. It's 7:45.